Welcome back to the channel. It's your host Sargento with another Apex Legends video. Today I'll be going through my favorite loadout to run in the game. This loadout might be a little controversial to some people due to the recent nerfs to the Havoc rifle, and some people might look at this loadout and say, oh, it's too close quarters combat, and I like to run a long to medium range game, which I have no problem with. If you don't like running close quarters guns, I have no problem with it. But at the end of this video, if you stick with me, I'll provide you with alternate guns to use for this loadout if it fits your playstyle. Okay? Going into this video, the Havoc rifle and the R99 might be the best combination to run in close quarters combat. The R99 cuts through people like a hot knife through butter. This gun, especially when you can max it out with the best attachments, becomes so deadly. And if you have a good trigger finger, you can do more damage at medium distance. You're not going to do as much damage as a hemlock, for example, or a flatline, but it's still a very useful thing, especially in medium range gunfights. With the recent nerfs to the Havoc rifle, the Havoc rifle has changed from what it used to be. Before these nerfs, the Havoc rifle was amazing. You couldn't stop it. At medium range, full auto, it was a monster. Especially since people started to learn the charge times, and they started to charge it right before they get into a building, and then they would melt you. Which, that's still a thing. You still have to watch out for that. The Havoc rifle is still crazy strong. It's just, it's less accurate and harder to control at medium range distances, unless you have a select fire and you just charge it up like a sniper rifle. Which is also the reason why I love this gun, is because it has that sniper ability to it. Now, it also works with Caustic and Gibby, because their play styles, like Caustic, when you play with Caustic, you're always fighting people in buildings. It's always gonna happen. You're always fighting with buildings, so it's good to have guns that are close quarters combat, especially if you've been paying attention to this video. All of the gunfights I've been in is close quarters combat, and I've been running through people like a freight train. Something that I've also noticed about this loadout, it works extremely well with Gibby, and you'll see it when I get further into this video about how strong Gibby can be with this combo, especially when you're fighting inside his dome shield, because most people, when a Gibby puts down his dome shield, they like to push, and the Havoc rifle is the perfect deterrent for anyone to push inside your dome, because you can charge it, or you can start shooting the weapon right before they get into the bubble, and then as soon as they get into it, boom, they're done. They took a bunch of damage. Even if they run outside the bubble, you can switch to the R99 and just melt them, because they're already going to be low. These guns with close quarters combat, even if you don't kill or down them, you'll still be able to swap over to a new gun and just destroy the entire squad. Concerns that I have with this loadout, especially when you get into the higher ranks, long range becomes a deciding factor. A lot of people like to use the G7 Scout, the Hemlock, snipers. So, and the game slows down. There's not a ton of close quarters combat. It's a lot of long range gunfights, which I have no problem with. But if you want to run if you don't like the Havoc rifle and you want to run the R99, I would definitely suggest the Hemlock, the Flatline, or the R301. Those three guns, they provide you with amazing medium range, and they also provide you with the single shot ability that with those three guns, I love using the single shot, and it works very well for me. Now, I made a video a long time ago about my favorite loadout, and it was the Hemlock and the R3, the little pistol, the RE40. No, the R345, RE45. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But I loved it because it provided me with medium to long range, but then close quarters. Now, playing this game further and really grinding the game out, I would say that the R99 is the best close quarters light ammo gun. It's crazy. So if you want to run, I would definitely suggest, if you just pick up random guns in the game and you don't usually have a set loadout, I would go with something that provides you with medium range and a gun that provides you with close quarters combat. That's how I've always run Apex Legends loadouts, and it's worked very well for me. And if you don't believe me, just check out my stats. Like, stats don't lie. And why would I lie to you? These are the loadouts that I use. So if I'm using trash loadouts or providing you with misinformation, that means I'm also lying to myself about certain loadouts, which I don't do to myself because I hate losing, and all I want to do is be better at Apex Legends, just to provide you with more content that you'll enjoy. So if you do use this loadout, make sure you like and comment, like, what's your favorite loadout? I'd like to know personally other people's favorite loadouts, just so I can use them and see if I enjoy them. Because if I enjoy your loadout and you leave it in the comment section, I'm gonna shout you out if I make that video, because I definitely will. Something I wanted to show you. This is what I was talking about with Gibby's dome shield and being able just to basically outplay somebody with the dome up. Look at this. I pop the dome, I reload, boom, melt him. Ran out of ammo. I start shooting way before, and I kill him. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.